You all, I think, are second to last in the nation in time of possession. Is that a telling stat or not, especially with the way the offense plays?
Who is?
You all are second to last in the nation in time of possession. Is that a telling stat or not, especially with the way the offense
Well,
plays?
nothing to do with the offense. We stay on the field too long because of our inability to get ourselves off. Each game you get the same amount of drives as the opposing team gets. 13, 13, 12, 12, 11, 11, whatever it turns out to be. When you're giving up 50% on your plays of third down, you just keep playing plays. So if you're not getting takeaways, which you're not getting yourself off, you're not getting yourself on third down, you're just continuing to play a lot of football. It's just a game of math. I think arithmetic, as Bill said. Add it up. If you're not getting takeaways and you're not stopping them on third down, then you're just out there until they run out of time or space. You know, and that's what's happening. You know, it's nothing to do with any other factor. I mean, we got to get ourselves off. We don't have any control of how or when we get on. We always tell our guys that. It's only how we get off. And we're not getting ourselves off. 4 times the other day, 3rd and 8 plus, we let them off the line. Should be off the field in those situations. If you aren't, then you'll see that time of possession change. You'll see that score go down. You'll see the yardage go down. You'll see our offense get more opportunities, perhaps. So it all works together.
What's your health status look like right now with all those guys that are banged up?
Unfortunately, they don't need me on the field. You know, we're fighting through some things. You know, it's next man up is our motto. We got some DBs hurting on the back end, so we got some young guys trying to step up and assume their roles. And so we've got guys that are day-to-day, but whether that day comes, who knows?
Did any of those day-to-day guys practice today at all?
We've now seen the Blaylock twins on the field a little bit together. Is there, obviously you don't want to throw 2 freshmen out there side by side, or 4 or 5 as you had last week.
Not?
But so, do those 2 kids who've played together their whole lives, is there any kind of natural chemistry there?
Carry over to their infancy years. No, those are 2 great young kids. You know, they're really going to be good football players. We hope it's by Saturday. And they know how to play. They come from good stock. They're heady guys. They're good fundamental football players. Come out of a good high school football program and went to the state championship game last year. It's the kind of kids we want to bring into this program. And whether or not they're playing before their time, it's now their time. So. We just have to close ranks and march on with those that we have. And if we're young, we're young, and everybody was young at one time, and stars are born every day.
I think Joker said Zach played 23 or 24 snaps and made 4 tackles. Is that a pretty good ratio? Productive. I mean, what did you see on film?
He was productive. You know, we had contemplated on him, you know, whether to play or not to play. We had plenty of seniors back there. The depletion expedited that decision for us. He had his own little setbacks through the last 2 or 3 weeks, you know, with some tweaks and some bangs, and that slowed him down a little bit. But we just threw him out there once, you know, Tay went down, and he just started playing, and that's what he's capable of doing.
Rick, does this get frustrating for you? What's going on? Because I'm sure you're going to.
It doesn't matter how I feel, but no, it's just life. You know, it really is. You know, whether it's Murphy's Law for this team right now, who knows? But you know, things happen. You know, things don't always go the way we want them to, and what are we going to do? Wallow in self-pity or make lemonade out of the lemons being dealt to us, you know. So we just kind of suck it up and, you know, tighten up our bootstraps and make sure our guys can execute the things that we call on Saturday. Go out there and go against a great quarterback and a good football team, a team that's finally perhaps found itself offensively last week and had a major challenge ahead of us. But we'll feel good about the guys we take to Fayetteville.
So much
you lost a guy like Peyton Ellams who's experienced not only physically, but he can make calls, things like that, leadership.
Oh, you lose a lot. I mean, you don't replace those guys, you know, not with the true freshmen. And so you got to be careful what you do, how much you can do. The guys that aren't out there now that are security blankets for us as coaches, the guys that have been around the program now for a couple of years under our direction. So you're going to miss those guys. You know, just like we said earlier in the season when Danny Winston left, you dropped all the way down. But now you're losing some more of those starters from a year ago, and in comes more infants. And so you got to be careful, you know, to not do more than they can do. But so there's 2 prongs. One, we got to do what we can do, and we have to be good enough to do what we're doing to beat a good football team. What was your question?
So much has gone wrong this season for you guys on that side. Is there what do you feel really? Is there anything you feel really good about right now?
I'm about to go eat lunch. No, the kids are great and they're trying extremely hard. They really are. They're giving us all they got. You know, our guys up front, I think, are playing solid football. Our linebackers are getting better each and every week. Our young corners that have begun to play, it's been a great opportunity for them. They're stepping up. I mean, we really, you know, knock on wood, we have not really been hurt very often at the cornerback position, which was our biggest fear in August. Once we lost some kids, who's going to step up? Well, opportunity came, they stepped up. Cody Quinn sees that moment. You know, Harmon and Tiller are seizing those moments. Cartier's playing like a senior. And the linebackers are beginning to settle in a little bit better, so now we got some growing pains at the safety position.
What are the biggest challenges that Arkansas presents for you guys?
Oh, you name it, they can do it. You know, Tyler Wilson's a great quarterback. They got good, ample receivers. You know, they got number 11 and number 17. They got a tight end that could very well be back this week. They've been missing a lot. They got a good runner, solid, big, old, strong guys up front, left over from Mike Summers a couple of years ago. They coach very well. They got an aggressive play caller in Paul, and you know, I don't think he likes Kentucky. So that won't help us any, but we're going to defeat all forces. And so anyway, we feel good about what we're doing right now, who we're doing it with. But the most important thing was our kids are trying their tails off. Couldn't be more proud of how their playing effort was.